So my name is Professor Will Hansen, and I studied at Northland College in Ashland, Wisconsin, where I majored in chemistry, music, and education. And with that interdisciplinary background, I extended into science education through my master's program, which I graduated from the University of Northern Colorado in 2017, and I'm now finishing my PhD at the University of Iowa. And one of my biggest research interests is specifically how to measure and instigate immersion in the classroom environment where the students are driving forward their own learning while at the same time covering what we need to cover in class. So I'm currently an assistant professor of biology here. I teach the anatomy and physiology classes, the microbiology classes, and occasionally an ed, physics, or chemistry class whenever we have an overload of classes. I also advise students, which I think is probably my most important role here, is helping students discover what they're passionate about, what sort of things they can do in their career, as well as, getting to know them and getting them, more comfortable with going out and living in the quote-unquote real world. Within my own philosophy of education, I don't really see an ideal student for biology per se. I think like the ideal student, and likewise just the ideal human, is someone that is imaginative and passionate and creative. And it doesn't matter where that energy is going towards. Like, of course, I would prefer it go towards science and, educating others. But a student can be, as long as the student is passionate and they have something driving them forward, something they can get really excited about in life, I think that's all that really counts. I don't think, you necessarily have to come to school and be like, all right, I'm career driven, I want to get into graduate school as soon as possible. As long as you have something that's driving forward and that you're interested in, I think that's your ideal student. Our students can get jobs working with the DNR, the USGS, any natural resources area. Essentially, depending on the amount of chemistry they take here as well, they can go into local industry doing quality assurance and that sort of thing. We have plenty of students who get jobs working at local hospital laboratories, working as phlebotomists and CNAs right outside of college. We have students that pick up paramedic certification shortly thereafter and become paramedics. And they can also get jobs, some of the not so obvious ones. But if they kind of decide late in their career to go into education, they can work as paraeducators and substitute teachers, especially if the number of service learning projects we have them do, there's lots of interactions with local students that they can really fit in with as well. So there's tons of avenues for education. I've yet to find a student who's completely like, I have no interest in this subject whatsoever, because it is so connected to them being a human and living in this environment. There's just the amount of jobs out there, the amount of different things you can study. And I have a huge interdisciplinary background as well. I majored in several different areas in college. And to me, biology is so interconnected around physical health, environmental health, genetics, studying microorganisms like bacteria, studying the human mind, the human condition, how we interact with people. There is no other field that intertwines so many different ideas and theories together. So there's an area of interest to everyone. Iowa Wesleyan is really unique because we're a very small college, but within that small size, there's this rich depth of information and opportunities. We have a really diverse campus and we have a very diverse faculty, lots of different minds and different opinions and mindsets, all congregating in this area of southeastern Iowa. Our average class size is probably around 15 to 20 in the biology program. Our students have the ability to pursue their own individual research as well. We have students who come in and work as TAs as early as their first year on college. So there's so many more opportunities they would get here with our small size and our small program than they would at a larger university.